Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we are doing something a little different. I've never done this on my channel before, but I have really been enjoying watching a lot of my friends here on YouTube do their makeup baskets. So whether they're doing them weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, I have been loving watching all of them, so I decided I might as well do my own. So mine is going to be monthly. I do keep all of my makeup here in this pink Caboodle because I am a child of the 90s and I love this little thing more than anything, and it fits all of the makeup that I pull for the month in here just perfectly. And I like to rotate everything just to kind of get use out of all of the pieces in my collection. I do not have my setup the way that I want it right now complete yet, so until we get that set up, I'm going to do it in the style where I have everything in here that I used the last month. So I'll go through that, what I thought about the products, and you know what I want to keep in the collection. I probably won't declutter a lot, but maybe some here and there, and then everything that I pulled for this month, this upcoming month of September. So I'll give you some swatches and we'll just basically showcase the makeup. So let's wrap this little intro up and get into the makeup. Right, so this is my first time doing this kind of type of video, so please bear with me. I'm sure it will get better as we go further into doing them, but this is, like I said, where I keep all of my makeup. So I'll open it up, and it is kind of jam-packed, but it holds everything that I need it to. So I have the little top section here. I usually keep most of the lip products that I'm working on this little top tray, as well as some other ones that just do not fit in there. And then most of the time, well, I usually keep all the base products on the top here. And then I keep my eye products in here, so my mascara, my eyeliners, some eye drops for when I'm filming. And then on the bottom in this section here is where I usually keep all of my eyeshadow and more face products, so my powders and blushes and highlighters and such. So let's go through it. This is everything that was in for last month, and I will show you each product. So I have quite a few items in here that are in my 20 and 2020 project pan. So I do keep them together with this just so that I am always using it and making good use out of the products. So in here, let's just start. I'll do it kind of how I would do my makeup. I do have a little sunscreen in here. This is just a Super Goop sunscreen, and I have one that I'm using right now, but I just keep this in here just in case I forget it. So that always, or forget the other one, that always stays in there. All right, so I zoomed in closer, so we'll take a look at this little section first. So starting with primers, I have this one in here. This is a Tarte Smoothing Primer, and this is in my project pan, so I am currently trying to use that one up. A little of this goes a really long way, so it's taking forever and a day to get through, but I am slowly making my way through that one. So that's always going to stay in until I finish it. And I did pull in this one last month, Cover FX Water Cloud Primer, and I did not get a chance to use this at all, so I am going to keep this one in for this month just because I want to try it. And like I said, I've just been kind of focusing on the Tarte one, but I do want to give this a try, so I'm going to keep that one in there. I have this little sample here on the bottom. I'll just show you that quick. This is the YSL Touche Éclat All-in-One Glow Sunscreen, and I just have this in here because I wanted to try it, but I haven't used it yet, so I'll take that out. And then going into foundation. So my current foundation I've been using for a while now is this Becca. This is the Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation, and I have it in the shade Fair. So I love this one, but it is a little bit too almost like yellow for me. So I've been mixing it with this Mary Kay Time Wise, and this is the Matte Wear liquid foundation, and I have it in the shade Ivory 5, and those two kind of are like the perfect combination for me. So I have been mixing these together, and I don't like to have too many foundations open at the same time, so I'm just going to keep these in there until I use them up. And then I have this one. This is the Mary Kay Time Wise, also another shade, but in bronze 1. So of course that does not work for me. I'll show you what the color of it looks like. And yeah, so it's super dark, but I do use it as a liquid bronzer. So I like to have that in there, and I'm just going to keep that one in. And then I am working on, this is the concealer. It's the E.L.F. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and it is in the shade Fair Rose, I believe. As you can tell, this is pretty light for me. It's okay. You get a lot of product that comes off on the applicator, so, and a little goes a long way with this. So after I finish this one up, I probably will not get this again, but I really wanted to try it since I know it was pretty popular and it's just not working for me. So I'm just gonna make it work for now and then get that one out of my collection. Moving on, and if you guys can hear a dog barking, I am so sorry. I cannot make the neighbor's dog be quiet. So moving on, this is really old. It's very expired, but it was given to me and I don't like to waste products, so I'm just trying to use this. This is the Aveeno Positively Radiant CC Cream, and I have it in the shade Medium, and it's just a tinted moisturizer, and I'll usually wear it on days where I'm not really wearing any other makeup and I just want to run out quickly. It oxidizes so much, so I look pretty orange in it when I wear it, and of course I probably would have went with a lighter shade, but because it was given to me, I'm just trying to use it up and then would not repurchase. And I don't even know if they make that anymore, so probably can't even repurchase. This is something I don't use, but I keep it there just in case I want to. It's just a green concealer, and I have it from NYX, and like I said, I don't really use it, but I have it sometimes just to add a little bit of it next to my nose when it gets pretty red. I'll just finish up showing everything that's left in this little top section here. So this is the eye primer I'm currently using. I am not a fan. It is sheer, and it definitely is sheer, but I've noticed it's kind of oily, so it works, but it's not very, it doesn't give you a lot of coverage. Like, it's sheer, so it just shears out. But it's super cheap, and I'm just trying to use the rest of it up before I open a new one. So that's gonna stay in. And then this, I somehow kept winding up getting these in Ulta orders, and I have 2 of them. So I keep it in there just in case I want to use it, but it's just an Ulta Lip Primer, and it's kind of waxy, and it makes more of a mess on your lips if you're trying to actually use it as a primer. So I'll just use the teeniest, tiniest little bit like this and just put it in the center of my bottom lip. And I don't know, it's okay, but I'm just trying to get this out. So I just keep that in until that's gone. And then these products are all in my 20 and 20 project pan. So this is another E.L.F. product. This is just their lip balm tint, and it's just a red shade of a lip balm to try to get out of my collection. So that stays in, and then as well as this Joa What a Matte lip color. Not a fan of this, but trying to use it. And I have it in the shade, where are you? Roseberry, which is actually really, really pretty, but not something that is like, I don't love the formula of it. So once this is gone, then I will not repurchase those, but trying to use that up. And this is the last one that's in there, and it's the Essence Kiss the Frog lipstick, and it's more of a lip balm than a lipstick, but it's green, and then it's supposed to change with your temperature, so it almost kind of comes out as like a purpley pink shade, and it's pretty moisturizing actually, and these are really, really cheap. So I have quite a few of them, and this one was the first one I wanted to focus getting out of my collection, so that one is going to stay in as right. So moving down to the bottom here, more products that are in my current project pan. So this is the NYX Los Angeles little palette that I found at Kohl's quite a while ago, and I'm currently working on this highlighter right here, so that one's going to stay in. And you can't get these anymore, anymore, so I'm not going to swatch it, but it does look really pretty on the skin, and it doesn't have a highlighter shade to really know what it is, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about that. This is the palette, or the main palette that's in my project pan, because it's the oldest palette that I have in my collection. This is the Smashbox Double Exposure, and I am currently working on these two shades right here, so a little spoiler for my next update, but yes, I am trying to get as much use out of that as I can. As well as this little palette here I have is from Sephora, and it was given to me as a gift. It is absolutely beautiful, and I am currently working on this shade in here, so where this little heart is, and I actually can use this as a highlighter as well, so I have been trying to get as much use out of that as I possibly can. Let's see what else. This is another item. These are all items that I turned project pan, so they're going to stay in, so I'll just show those to you first. This is the Sleek. It's actually a highlighting palette, but I picked the wrong one, so they can't be used as highlights for me, so I'm just using them as eyeshadows. So I'm currently working on this one here, which is super pretty and looks awesome on the lids. And what else do we have in here? There is this little quad here. This is an old one from L'Oreal, and I'm trying to get some use out of that one. And this is also something else that's in there, and I had a lot of eyeshadows in, and I don't want to show that one too much because that one is really exciting. So that stays in, and I think that's it for the eyeshadows that are in my project. So the only other ones that I pulled, that I kind of pulled two at a time, is this Profusion Shimmers palette, and I absolutely love Profusion cosmetics. I think they are so underrated and they need to be talked about more. I took a picture of these on my Instagram, and it just does not do it any justice to how gorgeous this is. So I'm going to swatch these, and then I'll show you what they look like on my arm. And then I paired this as well with the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics, because I picked this up a while ago at TJ Maxx and never got any use out of it, but after using this and pairing this together, I love this palette and will probably wind up pulling it in pretty soon again, because it's just really, really good overall, and I liked the formula of that. Here are the swatches for the Profusion Shimmers palette. I love these right here, and they're not showing up really light on or really dark on my arm, but they are really pretty all over the lid, and definitely got a lot of use out of them in this last month, and will definitely be keeping this in my collection for a very, very long time. We have, this was the powder I picked. I was trying to get use out of this for the rest of the summer because it does give me a little bit of a glow. It smells like watermelon. I found it at TJ Maxx along with a lot of other people in the translucent radiant pearl. Not the biggest fan, so anytime I use this, I definitely have to use some kind of setting spray because it does look pretty cakey on my face, and that's not using a ton of it. So once this is gone, probably would not get this again, but since it's limited edition, I probably would not find it again. This one is the Wet n Wild Color Icon, and I have it in the shade Reserve Your Cabana, and I actually use this to set under my eyes because I did not want to use this because it just had that glowing aspect to it, and it worked well. This worked well, but it's so powdery, and I'm starting to learn of the different products that I like if it's really powdery. Not usually the biggest fan, so I do like the way this looks though on my skin, and I'm using it all over too as well, not as a bronzer but just as a powder. It works pretty well. This one was very disappointing because I found this at TJ Maxx. It was super cheap, and it's beautiful. Like, it has the little flowers on there, or roses, and it would be your illuminator, your blush, and your bronzer together, and it's so pretty. But the color payoff on this is like nothing. So I was actually using this as a bronzer, and I can pull it off, but you have to really build it up. Like, you can't even see that on my arm. So if you're really fair like me, you can probably make this work. But if not, you're any darker than me, I probably would just say skip this, because I really had to dig with my brush and really had to build it up to get any kind of color payoff with it, and I'm just a little disappointed because it was so pretty and I was hoping that it would work out much better. The next thing I have is two blushes that I am currently using in my project pan, an Ulta blush, and it is in the shade Apricot, and it was a highlighter and blush duo, and I used the highlighter first, so now I repressed it and I'm just trying to finish the rest of the blush. So there's that. And I also have this bubble blush, which is from Primark actually. It is a very pink bubblegum shade, and it looks like that. It's just a cushion blush, and trying to get some use out of that. And the last couple products I have in the bottom here are, I like to pull some singles or something smaller, so I pulled this Wet n Wild Petal-It, is it Petal-It? I don't know. Quad for the month, and I actually really like this. It's pretty, and it does really well. I had this on in one of my last videos, and I love this little pink shade here that's supposed to be for the lid, and I like the transition color as well. The brow bone one doesn't really show up on me. It's pretty light, and this can get pretty dark pretty quickly because I'm still learning. I obviously am not a professional, so I'm still learning and just kind of playing with makeup, but I do like this little palette. I'm gonna pull that one out though, of course, and then I have this little Wet n Wild single. I think it's in Wet Brulee. I don't know. I ripped the tag off of it, so I can't see the shade anymore, but just use that as a brow bone highlight. And I have two more blushes and one highlighter that I pulled in last month. So this came in a little kit that I had from Physicians Formula, and it was the highlighter shade, and it is in the shade Pearl, and this is really pretty. I love this formula too because it is so buttery. It's just like most buttery thing ever. I love it so much. It's so hard to see with this lighting, but it is really pretty and just gives the sweetest little glow to your skin. And I have these two blushes. So this is the Becca Blush, and I have this one in the shade Flower Child. So let me open this up, and super pretty. I didn't get a lot of use out of this month because I was working on the ones that I am panning, but I'll do a little swatch. I love it. It's just so pretty. Definitely pigmented, but you can shear it out and it looks beautiful on the skin. It's just like a natural glow. This one I really like. This one I actually got more use out of than the other one, but this is the Flower Beauty blush pot. What is it? Flower Pot in Peach Primrose, and I love this one. It's so super pretty. A little powdery, but again, it's just, I love it. It's gorgeous. So that one I got a lot of use out of, and that one you can build up too. I like the texture of it. It's a little bit on the pouty or drier side, but the packaging is really pretty as well. So that one's coming out for the month. This is the Milani Lip Pencil in the shade 04 All Natural. It's just like the perfect, creamiest, beautiful lip color for me, and pairs well with pretty much anything I want to use with it. So I definitely will keep that one in. And I have this Buxom gloss, and this is in the shade Creamsicle. This was part of that line that came out that was all of the different like alcoholic beverages. So this one was just in the shade Creamsicle. Super pretty, and I love the Buxom glosses. Let me see if I can do a swatch. So yeah, just a really nice peachy pinkish color, and looks perfect on the lips in the summer. This one I have been using forever and it's almost gone, so I'm probably going to keep this in. This is just a Baby Lips lip balm, and I don't even know what the shade is anymore because it's so old and it came off. It's in the shade Pink Wink, supposedly. So I like these, though. They're good. And then, of course, a NYX Butter Gloss because, yes, gotta have the butter gloss in your collection. So this one is in the shade, let me see, Sugar Cookie. And I think this is kind of starting to get older because the last time I used it, it didn't smell the best. So that's that shade here. So I might have to kind of declutter this soon, hopefully not, but it's that pink one there on the bottom and really pretty. And then the last one I have in here is this blush, or yeah, blush, Blushing Bud lipstick from Maybelline. And this one is starting to get down to the bottom as well. Looks like this. Just another really pretty pinky shade here. So that's sat down there on the bottom. So this one I use a lot because it just kind of goes with a lot of looks. So definitely get my use out of that color. And for the last bit is the eye product. So I have this in here for filming. It's just a Lumify. It works amazing if you get red eyes, which I do because I have really bad allergies. I have my eyelash curler in there, sharpener. I have these eye products here. This is the Kevyn Aucoin eyebrow, what is it called? What are you called? In brunette. It's just the eye pencil. So this one here, actually I'm getting close to finishing it. It works really well. Has a nice spoolie at the end of it, but it's almost gone. So I'll be retiring that one soon. And this is the Kevyn Aucoin basic white eye pencil, you know, waterline area, just to make my eyes look a little bit brighter in the morning, keeping that in there. I am currently using the Tarte Man-Eater liquid eyeliner, and I love this eyeliner. It's really good. It just is so black and it's pretty foolproof for me. I am still learning how to do eyeliner, if you can't tell by my videos, but I love the pointed tip on this one and how black it is, so it works really well. This was something I picked up from Tare Babies. She had hauled it a long time ago, and it's a hard candy eye pencil, and it's in the shade Kryptonite. There you go, Kryptonite. And it's this pretty green color, but it's really waxy and it doesn't show up on me very easily. So I'm going to try to get more use out of this one, but then I'm going to get rid of it. And I have a ton of these. These are from Primark. These are the Eye Candy Eyeliners, and this is in like a pastel pink shade. And yeah, it's definitely getting some use, but I only use it every once in a while. Just put that on my lower waterline. And I only open one mascara at a time, so this is staying in until it's done, which is almost there. And this is the Tarte Big Ego Mascara, and I actually really do like this one. It's kind of messy. You can see this is like the clumpiness on the bottom there, but I do like this mascara, so I might consider getting a full size once I'm done with this, but there's a couple more I have in my collection and I want to try. So that is everything that I used for this last month. So now I'm going to show you everything I am pulling in. I put everything back in that I am keeping in, and then I'm just going to show you the new products that are coming in. So let's start with some face products. So I did pull this back in. This is for highlighter, and I did have this in I think the month before, but I just love it so much and I want to get more use out of it. So this is the Nabla Highlighter, and it's a skin glazing highlighter in the lightest shade, which is Ozone, and this is beautiful and the packaging is gorgeous, but this is beautiful. Let me see if you can actually see it here. You guys can see that, but it's so beautiful. It's like not, I'm so light, it's hard for anything to show up on my skin, but it's beautiful. You have to take my word for it. I'm also going to pull this one in. So this I just picked up in a Dollar Tree haul video, and this is the LA Colors highlight in the shade Glow Time. So this has more of like a pink glow to it, which is really pretty. It's a little powdery, but I figured might as well try it and see how it looks on the skin. So I am definitely going to see how that one does and use that one. And I pulled in, let's see, for my powder, this is the second one of these that I've used, and I love this powder. So this is the E.L.F. powder, and I have it in Fair Light, and it just works really well for me. And there we go. So you can see I definitely enjoy this one. So I'm going to put this in and hope that I can get that one used up. For, let me see here, for blushes, I pulled in another Becca Blush. So I have this Becca Blush, and this is in the shade Songbird. I can never open these things. So another really pretty color here. Give you a swatch. This one is more pigmented, I think. I don't know. This one I have to go light-handed with because I can go a little blush crazy and look like a clown. So this one can definitely do that, but it's gorgeous, and I'm really looking forward to getting some use out of that one. And then because that one is more, I don't know, is that even like coral? I'm so bad at describing colors there, but that one is a little different than this. So I pulled in this butter blush in the shade Plum Rose, which is more of a mauvey shade here, and it's more muted, I think, but again, I love this formula. So this one, more of like a mauvey pink, like I said, more muted, so it's really hard to even see it on there. Again, it's right on the left hand side of the Becca blush, so that one you can build up. I'm gonna see how much use I can get out of that one. And I did pull in this, I've never used this before. This is the E.L.F. Duo, and I have it in the shade St. Lucia. So it's a bronzer and a blush in one, so I've never even used this yet. So I figured I'll give this a try for my bronzer this month, and then I pulled this one in because then I can use this blush as well, which I'm assuming is going to be on the lighter side, or maybe it's not even a blush and I just don't know any better because that looks very light to me. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I am not a professional here. I just like, whoa, look, see, I even made a mistake there. I just like playing with makeup. So yeah, powdery like their formula is, but wanted to play with that one. All right, then I pulled in a single eyeshadow. This is Kevyn Aucoin, and I have this in the shade 101 Bone, and I'm gonna just have this in there kind of to replace the Wet n Wild Brulee that I had in there. If it's not called Brulee, just correct me because I don't remember. But yeah, this one I just put in there in replace of that one. And I also pulled in this other single. It's the Tarte Chrome Pot Paint, or is this called Chrome Paint eyeshadow pot in Park Avenue Princess, which is gorgeous. And I actually got quite a bit of use out of this before I pulled it out and started rotating my makeup. But it's this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous gold shade. Look, it's so foiled looking. Can you see that? It is stunning. Let me show you here. It's absolutely beautiful. I love them. I actually want to pick up more of them, but I'm just afraid of them drying out, so I don't want to be stuck with too many of them and wind up wasting money. But they are gorgeous, so I wanted to get some use out of that this month. And for eyeshadows, okay, so these two I have swatched, but I have not used them yet. Maybe the one time, I believe. And they're pretty, the first one is, a lot of people know it, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it, but because it's fall, I did pull in the Anastasia Subculture palette, so I'm sure we have all seen it, but I really wanted to play with this one and get some use out of it. Like, I have swatched it, and I'm pretty sure I did use maybe this shade here and this one and this one and maybe this one before, but I want to get more use out of this, so I did pull this in. I'm thinking about taking pictures of when I pull a palette in the beginning of the month and then taking it at the end of the month, just to kind of show how much product I did get through, so I'm thinking I'm going to do that for my Instagram, so stay tuned and we might see that wind up on there. So I did pull that palette in for the month, and I pulled in this little LA Colors one because I just hauled this as well, and I thought it would be cute. I don't like the packaging because it's so hard to open. It's like so hard to open. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know. I have a hard time opening these. As you can see, I can't get it open. There we go. So it's just this little palette here, and I thought the shades would kind of complement each other there. So this is really powdery just from when I swatched it, and I think you got to build it up, but I like the shimmers in here, so I just messed up my nail. But yeah, I figured I might as well pull that in and play around with that. And the last one I have swatched, but I have not used it yet, and this is the Becca Volcano Goddess palette. This is so pretty and definitely want to get some use out of it. So kind of went with the same color scheme for all of them, and there's some similar shades in all of these palettes together. So yeah, we shall see, but I'm kind of going for just a basic neutral looks for this month, I think, and I'm still trying to figure out what colors kind of work well for me, so I'm gonna play with that. And I have 2 more eye products. So I have this Kevyn Aucoin eyeliner pencil in basic black, so I'm just going to keep this in here with the liquid eyeliner that I have from Tarte and try to get some use out of the pencil one. And this was something I just found at Dollar Tree too. This is a Maybelline Lasting Drama light liner for my lower waterline, and it's a really gorgeous creamy gold shade, so it will look really pretty there. So I pulled that in. And finishing up, the last thing we have are the lip products that I pulled in for this month. So this video is already super long. I'm dropping everything all over the floor, but I'll just show you what they are. And because I have a couple in my project pan, I don't want to pull too many in, but I figured I would give myself a little bit of variety. So this one I'm actually just trying to get rid of. It's so dark, and it came free in like a little kit, but it's the Ulta Matte Lip Cream, and it's in the shade Elusive. And I've tried it before, and it's not the best, and I'm not like a huge person to wear super dark colors, but yeah. See that? It's like very dark purple, but I figured because it's fall, I can kind of get away with it. So I'm gonna test that one out. And I pulled in this Becca Glow Gloss, and it's in the shade Foxglove, and a super pretty mauve-y shade. I love the applicator on this one, and of course, they smell delicious. And this is just the color here, really pretty mauve shade, and looks good with everything. So I pulled that one in. This one I've had for a really long time, so I'm just trying to get some more use out of it. It's a Revlon Color Burst Matte Balm, and this is in the shade Elusive. Isn't that what one of the other ones just was? I don't know. I think that's what I just said. That's weird. But yeah, this is super creamy, and it's just a really pretty neutral pink shade, and kind of goes along with everything, and I do really like that formula on that one. And I think I have maybe another color of that same pencil, but yeah, I don't know if they even make them anymore. I pulled this one in. This is a different shade I'm not really used to. I don't think I've used this yet, but this is the Tarteist Lip Paint, and it's in the shade Vibin. So I thought this was kind of different. I wanted to give it a try, and it's just a little sample guy. Let me see here. That is so dark orangey brown. I do not know how that's gonna go, but we'll try it. I do like the Tarte lip paint, so I know that I like the formula. This one surprised me. I got this in a haul, and I was not the fan because it didn't swatch that good, but I'll show you a picture on the screen of me wearing it the last time. Actually, I pulled the wrong one. Dang it. Okay, so we're not going to do that one this month. We're going to go for this. So this is the E.L.F. oh my god, I'm losing it. The lipstick in Ravishing Rose. So yeah, let's just do a swatch. They don't swatch the best. Kind of swatch is kind of patchy, but the other one that I had was like an orange red shade and it looked absolutely stunning on the lips. So this one I figured I would pull in, and again, just another neutral pink shade, almost like a little bit on the berry side, that I figured I would just give a try. That looks really funky, doesn't it? This is the Becca gloss. That looks really weird. It almost kind of like built up together and like, I don't know. I'll have to look into that one. And then I have two more and that is it. This is a fun one. I have a lip balm lip gloss addiction. This is a Lip Smacker Sparkler Cotton Candy Clouds and it's just fun. It's so cute. I love it so much. Just like a really fun pinky clear sheer gloss that smells yummy, and I am, like I said, a 5-year-old at heart, and this is my favorite one of all time. It's almost gone. So this is a NYX soft matte lip cream and it's my favorite shade and it's Zurich. I don't even need to look at it, but I love this color so much and always get compliments whenever I wear it, and it's almost dried out. So I think it's going to be on, I think it's going to be done by the end of the month, but I wanted to get every last little bit out of it, and I will definitely be repurchasing that once it's gone because it's just a beautiful color. So that is going to be it. I hope you guys like this. Let me know what you think, or how can I improve it for next time if you want to see it again, because like I said, this is something different I've never done before. So yeah, let me know what you're trying to use up, and down in the comments below. I'm always curious because I know I'm trying to get rid of a lot of stuff and kind of get my use out of it. And how often do you rotate your makeup? Do you do it weekly, bi-weekly, monthly? How do you do yours? I'm just curious. I forgot I wanted to show you something. So this is not makeup related, but I thought this was kind of funny. So every month I also rotate 3 body sprays or fragrance mist from Bath & Body Works. So I like to switch them out. So I had last month in was the Frosted Coconut Snowball, and I had in the Bahamas Passion Fruit and Banana Flower, which I actually just picked up at the last SAS, as well as the Pink Watermelon. So it's obviously going for like beachy scents, and this one is more of like your coconut vanilla scent. So I decided to put those away, and the ones that I'm pulling in for this month that I'm focusing on is this one. You can tell I love, and I know it's a favorite. It's a Vanilla Bean Noel, and I pulled in the Hot Cocoa and Cream, and I also pulled in Forever Red if I want like a berry fruity scent. So I just wanted to mention that because I forgot that I wanted to put that in there. So I just like rotating those and trying to get use out of them, and that is it. So that's going to be it for this video. Let me know if you guys like this, and I will continue to do them. I am super excited to continue seeing what everyone pulls for their month because I love seeing all the different makeup in everyone's collections. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I will see you very soon in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.